What's up, everyone? This is BigPowner. This is a Legion encounter on a level 81 map. That's weird. Alright, yeah. Level 81 map. I'm just recording these in the same gear that I did the build guide on so you guys can see how it plays on all the different mechanics. So you basically just throw down your turrets and then pop it. And then I like to run to one end, especially on these more difficult maps, and by difficult I mean like the layout sucks, because I want to get everything. And then just relay down your... be careful of those big dudes. So they're kind of like all spread out. This kind of shows you like a worst case scenario on one of these. And I got everything. Normally I'll run back to one of the ends, but I mean it's kind of a constricted map and I was trying to get everything on it, but ideally you start on one end. When you pop it, immediately go to one end and then wipe your way through it to make sure that you get everything. Then throw down your turrets, and as soon as it pops, you know, you fire your arrows into it and it's basically an insta-clear. The thing I'd like to point out on this is I only have 2 chains in this. When you get to the point where you have a 6 link and you have chain linked into it, and you have either 4 or, well, 3 to 5 at that point, depending on the chain gem you're using, and also depending on if you have any chains anywhere else. But obviously if I had 5 chains, it would have just wrapped around and done all of this for me, and I wouldn't have even really had to move around like at all. And that's the nice thing about chain. But this is basically, I mean, you just need the amulet and the one from your tree and you're good. Obviously more is going to be better because it's going to chain further, but it's like completely not needed. The first video I wound up dying, which honestly I don't really die much playing this build, since I've kind of gotten it running, even playing these really high tier maps. The thing is, I kind of made a bad play. When you're trying to go through the map fast, there's a couple things that you got to be careful of. That was one of them, but honestly the biggest one in this league to be careful of is when there's the influence on the map. If you're trying to like flash and run through the map really fast, like you can wind up having those groups that you can't see like spawn right on you, which that really sucks because you're like squishy, and like your dodge and evade are like super high, so it's hard for stuff to hit you. But if a couple things do hit you, it's like ouch. Obviously it won't be as big of a deal once I get all of my gear finished, because everything outside of like the big mechanics shouldn't be able to one-shot me, so I can play a little bit more ballsy, safely. But until then, gotta be cautious of those things. Oh, the other thing that makes this like really tanky, something... Actually, I'll just do it on this video. Why not? I think I'm like probably a decent way through this map. I will show you boss killing, because that's really the only things I have left to show you is how this build is with this gear against bosses and against the Metamorphs. Oh. Hey, buddy. She was a little nasty. I guess there's not really any better place to do a metamorph. So when you're doing metamorphs, something that I like to do is I like to go to an open area where I can see, because the thing that gets me on these blight encounters, there's only a few things. And one of the biggest things is not being able to see what's going on my screen. And in certain maps like this one, it's kind of unavoidable to a certain degree. What do I want? Do I want enchanted gloves or currency? I'm gonna take some currency. No food bonuses. I need the foods, man. I need the foods. Well, I got kind of sucky. Oh, I guess there's another. I'll just run it for the video. I'm gonna sacrifice this legendary chance. All right. So I just throw down all these, get my little dude up. As soon as it pops, hey, I gotta be careful of her. Where'd it go? That was actually on the harder side of the metamorph bosses. So you just saw like a pretty hard one. And the reason why I'm saying it's pretty hard is some of them you cannot freeze. And the ones that you can freeze are basically like you just sit there and they're literally just perma-frozen lock. And you literally, all you have to do is just hold down fire. Even if stuff pops up around you, it just chains around and kills everything. But other than that, I mean, that was a pretty tough, on the tough side of a metamorph boss. So you got to see a worst case scenario. I will, when I save up some of the metamorph pieces, I just recently did them, I will do a string of them so you can see this build fighting a bunch of the different bosses. So you can get a full spectrum of what it looks like for this build to fight metamorph bosses, which a lot of them are going to be pretty boring because it's just going to be me literally like starting it and then just sitting there just like holding down fire. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope this build works out for you guys. It's worked out very well for me, and I look forward to getting it into a finished state. Mainly, I'm looking forward to having a 6-link. Like, come on, man. Like, I should not be using a 5-link after several thousand fusings. Last season, 4,000 fusings, and then I had to buy my 6-link for like 5 or 6 exalts. And I was just like, really, dude? And then like later in the season, I'm 6-linking everything when I'm just like already bored of the season and about to quit. It's like I hit like 7 fusings on something and bam, 6-link. I was just like crafting gear just because I was hitting 6 links. But anyways, I mean, that's how it goes. Eventually you just keep on playing and your luck will turn around. Just gotta have fun. Anyways, peace out.